Remember when you were a kid and you were playing on the playground and you threw that football and you dreamed that was the winning pass in the Super Bowl? Or you shot that goal in hockey, that was the winning goal in the Olympics? Or you became the president or prime minister of your country, you became a rock star, jamming on stage, or you became an astronaut taking off into space. Right now, like a little kid, I have a dream of being in shape, of being somebody who is responsible with their physical body. And as Brian, who is right now, I want to look to the Brian at the end of this challenge and I want to thank you. I want to thank you that in 2012, you made that choice. You made that choice in July 2012 to change your life. To do it by changing your physical body, by taking on a simple challenge. And you were crazy enough to go on YouTube where the whole world can watch and say, I'm going to do this. So that you could not go back. That you had no choice except to become the person that you are now in your physical body. You would no longer be the person who sat home on their senior prom because they had no one to go with. You were no longer that person who was ashamed to go out with their friends at night because of how you looked. You're not the guy who can't wear a button-up shirt because it might pop when you eat. You're not the person who becomes lonely because you're making the excuse that no one would love me like this. No one would embrace me. No woman would love me, this big, monstrous guy. You don't have those excuses anymore because you took a challenge and you owned it. You crushed it. You became the challenge and you lived up to your potential. So that layer upon layer of this coat of fat you put on your entire life, you shed it because you no longer took an excuse. You weren't going to take the pain in your body anymore. The out of breathness when you went upstairs. The pains that you felt in your joints. You weren't going to do that anymore, and your choice turned into a 90-day success story, which became 180-day, which became 270, which became 360, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. A decade into the future, look at yourself. You are in shape. You have taken responsibility. You are owning the potential that you were created for. You're living the way your mother raised you. Someone to live up to potential. Someone to change people's lives. Someone who looked at themselves as a heart attack waiting to happen. And now you keep people alive because your challenge inspired other people. You helped people own that their physical body was supposed to be a priority in their life. That a body was a temple, not to be filled with burgers and processed cheese. Are you kidding me? No, you don't live that way anymore. You live with the energy that you get from proper nutrition. You live from the energy of taking on a challenge, not backing down like a coward. You live and thrive to see people's eyes light up when they realize they can actually be the potential that they always knew that they were. Because instead of excuses, instead of being this image of yourself, of this person who is no good, no one would ever love me, no woman would ever embrace somebody who looked like this, you said, no, I will be Brian Murphy. I will own this, I will crush this, and I will step up to the person that I love myself, that who else couldn't help but love me, because I wasn't walking around with made up self-esteem issues. Walking around now with confidence that I took a challenge and I crushed it. And now nothing's impossible in life because all it takes is a decision. That whatever life throws at you, you can own it because you did one hard thing. You put yourself out there and it built your muscle. Not just in the physical sense, but in the metaphorical sense that you now know you can take on anything because of two reasons. Number one, when you make a decision, you stick to it, even if it took people holding you accountable to it. And number two, you love people. So what is there not in this body to give except a pure heart of love? So from 2012, thank you for changing your life. Thank you for letting Brian Murphy finally out of the bubble. Thank you from the bottom of my heart that you're spending your day not weighed down, but giving everything that God gave you to give. I love you so much. Thank you for that decision and carrying through with it. You own it. You deserve it. Go spread the love. The world's waiting. Congratulations, Brian. You did it. Told you so.